one of the world's largest companies, and it accounts for about 50% of all e-commerce in the United States. But did you know that you can sell your own products on Amazon? And I don't mean just put a product online in hopes that somebody finds your product in your store. I mean, you can live stream directly to Amazon and have that Amazon Live make money for you 24/7. Our guest is going to show us exactly how to do that. Steve, hit that intro, buddy.
You're listening to the Zapata Media Show, the show for business owners and entrepreneurs who want to learn how to market effectively in today's world, implement systems that will generate leads, and ultimately increase profits. Hosted by Carlos Zapata.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Carlos Zapata. This is a show that's breaking down digital media and marketing and live streaming to help you build your brand and obviously make more money. Our guest today, we have a great guest. He's a content creator, live streamer, digital event producer, and he's doing amazing things on Amazon Live. Let's bring up Chris Giles. Chris, welcome to the show, buddy.
What's up, man? How you doing today, Carlos?
I'm doing great, doing wonderful. And then first of all, I want to say, how did you get started with Amazon Live?
Man, it's super crazy, actually. I got a buddy named Monty. I brought him on a show, just like we're doing now, that I was doing on Facebook. And we were talking about YouTube. And so I jumped into his YouTube course, started going through that. And then he mentioned it to me. He was like, hey, we got this new thing called Amazon Live. You should check it out. So me being the guy I am, I'm going to jump out the window, build a plane on the way down. I went ahead and jumped on there, checked it out, man, and just love it. Love the experience, man.
How was that first live stream?
It was weird. It was a little nerve-wracking. Just like anytime you go live to a new place, you're like, is anybody actually watching me?
Yeah,
so you're a little nervous. Like, how's this gonna go?
Right. It's like you start hearing crickets. So like, wait, is that at my house or is that over the internet? What's going on there?
Yeah,
it's that nerve-wracking effect. But it's one of those things where you always have to coach people through it. It's like you just got to click the button, go live. It's gonna be it's gonna be a little bit quiet initially, but hey, if it's you just got to keep on going. So to get into the program, what is it that you need to do? Is it something that everybody can do?
Yeah, so it's a two-step process. So the very beginning, anybody that's familiar with like Amazon Associates, so if you're a content creator already, you probably already heard of it. So the first thing is to apply to be an Amazon Associate. Usually with that, there's some social media requirements because they want you to already have followers, and that number kind of keeps moving. I think the last number I heard, though, it's about 2,000 or so followers, like if you have Instagram, a Facebook page, or a group. And then YouTube, YouTube's faster. If you have followers on YouTube and you use that, you can usually get through faster. Second step is to download the Amazon Creator app. And it's only iOS, so that's one of the catches. But when you download it, after you become an associate, you apply, and you become an Amazon live streamer, man.
Okay, 2,000. So if I have that on my YouTube channel, have like 2,000 followers, that should be okay, right? Or is it like you said, 2,000 overall? Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, or everything else?
So they only allow you really to pick one because they want to show that you have a bunch of influence in one spot. So usually if you have one of those that's really, really popular, like for me, an example, when I did it, I had about 2,500 on my Instagram. So that's kind of what pushed me over the edge.
Got it.
But again, YouTube, you click the YouTube, that usually gets approved like instantly.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah, that's what I wanted to know, because that's usually a process. Like I'm doing that for LinkedIn, and it's like, it's been months. Like I have to keep reapplying to LinkedIn. It's like, when are you going to let us in? And there's not much communication there. As far as like the store and everything else that you have on there, like, is it something that you need to create, or does Amazon provide like the whole setup already?
Yeah. So basically they make it really, really simple for you. So they give you what's called your own shop or your storefront. And literally just like if you already use Amazon and you kind of create your idea list, basically you can create an idea list that are housed in your shop. And so that's the simplicity of building your store. You put up your picture, a little banner like any other social media, and then you just build lists, man, lists of whatever it is that you talk about. So for me specifically, obviously it's live streaming and tech type of content. So all of my lists are revolved around that type of content.
Got it. I'm trying to pull up the shop here. Let's see. Okay. So it looks like this is the actual area or the place where you go to register, correct? They, it gives you like one of the most funkiest links ever. It's like one of the longest links I've ever seen just to go. It's not like Amazon, like dash live, hey, register or something. Let me see if I can paste down the comments below. I'll bring up your.
That's the hardest part, man. They don't make it easy, so they're still trying to figure it out. There's still some different nuances that you gotta work with. One of the things like getting people to your stream, it's not as easy as, hey, follow this link with 200 characters. So, one of the things I built a simple URL. It was like, click on this link, it's forwarded to the video, so you don't have to find or look for it.
Right, yeah, that you have to make it easier for yourself. But I guess that's if you can do it and other people aren't doing it, hey, at least you're doing it. Let's bring up your shop here. Okay, so this is kind of cool. So you have are you talking about these products underneath you? Like these are yours that you brought up, or is that something that Amazon brings up?
Yeah, so the quick layout is like what you're looking at right now. This is me on live video. Well, obviously not live now, but live then. And under it is what we call the carousel. And then you fill it with products that you want to talk about or products that you want that relate to what you're talking about. So for example, this, I'm not sure which day this is, but sometimes like say if I'm talking about microphones, I'll put a bunch of microphones that I plan on talking about in the stream. And then for me personally, I'll also put like my regular streaming setup gear in there so people that can ask questions or they can click on the links. That way you can get commissions based off of that.
Got it. And speaking of commissions, because that's probably what people want to be interested in. How does that work? Does each product have their own specific commission amount, or is it like an overall commission amount?
So the way Amazon does it just is, and it's the exact same as the associate program. So if you're already there, you kind of have an idea. But basically what we do, or what they do, is it's anywhere from like 1% to about 5%, and it's based on the category that the items are in. So electronics versus luxury versus makeup and health and beauty, and then you get that off the sales. Also, one of the cool things that you learned is that when you come to my live stream, if you click on one of my products, you don't have to buy that product for me to get commission. I get a what's called a cookie, and it follows you around the Amazon website. So if you go and you buy groceries but don't buy the item that I did within 24 hours, I'll get commission off of the groceries that you bought as well. So that's kind of one of the
really
of it.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Well, people love cookies, but yeah, no, that's cool. That's one of those things where you want to make money. Like that's what you talked about, make money in your sleep, make money 24/7. And then people say, no, that doesn't work, but this works. And I think also the other cool thing is people might see it, might click on that product, because I've done that before. I click on it, I think about it, consult with the wife to make sure I can buy it, and then I do, and then I add other stuff to the cart. So you make money off of all of that, everything else that they add to the cart as well?
Everything else you add to that cart within 24 hours, man, I'm getting a piece.
Beautiful. No, that's wonderful. What do you mainly on your shop, you do live streaming gear and products, or what type of products do you do right now?
Yeah, so for me, I try to do, just like any other thing, I try to stick to my niche, and my niche is just tech. So what I do, what I came from for a living is live event productions. So I got into live streaming, content creation. So anything that you'll see me talking about, as well as gaming. Gaming is kind of just a passion of mine. So I'll talk about gaming gear. I'll talk about computers, what you need to start live streaming, podcasting, basically anything in that tech space,
Sweet. Yeah. And which one of those makes the most? Because you're doing tech. Is it like the larger products, like the cameras and stuff like that, or is it like the onesie twosies that sell a lot more but make a larger commission?
So that's funny. It's funny. It's usually the smaller items make a larger commission, and then the bigger items get a smaller commission. So but when I'm selling PCs, we're talking, $12 to $2,000 to $5,000 computers.
Yeah.
The 1% is 1% to 2% is still a decent little cut of it,
Yeah, because it's funny, like in businesses I work with, it's like it's always that little product that they sell more of, but they have a little bit more of that margin, that commission to make that money. So it's like, yeah, anything you can do is great, but yeah, it's always those little ones. Everybody tries to go probably for the bigger product and just to get that bigger commission. But yeah, try to get something out the way. I'm trying to think of like if people started. Obviously, there's a lot of competition out there, or is there? Like, have you seen more competition in your space, like in your tech space?
So it's starting to grow. When I first jumped on there, man, I'm talking it's 20, maybe 25 different people that I see. Like we know everybody. So as it grows, there are more and more people jumping in. In the tech sector, it's still not a lot. I mean, I know all of them. That's what's crazy about it. So it may be 10 or 12 other people that are doing tech, but then we all still do it very, very different. Like not everybody's talking live streaming. Like one of the guys is talking home tech. One of the guys talks about, I mean, PTZ cameras and things like that I don't have. Some of the other ones are talking, like Amazon specific products like the Alexas and those kind of things, which are not things that I jump into. So it's pretty cool and a pretty good spread of keeping us going.
Yeah, that's very cool, and also I think it's a person's personality too, like who you're vibing with too. You know, like yeah, you might be selling the same product, but how are you selling it? You know, how are you doing it? And and it's the people and personality, and they follow you. It's like the same thing that you do on YouTube. Like two people might be doing the same tutorial, but it's like who do you keep coming back to? You know, who's that personality that you keep coming back to, and so on. So to set up your shop and everything else, it seemed pretty easy. Like I don't see anything that everybody can get started on this. I'm gonna paste the link. I think I already did. I pasted a link to that. I'm gonna paste a link to your tech talk here. There we go. Let's bring you up again. Where you go?
Yeah,
See,
definitely super simple to set up the store. PC
man. Accessories, phone accessories, different things like that.
I think I hear you now. There you go. Okay, cool. Oh, and you're also bringing up. And as you click on that, like obviously that goes down there, but you pre-selected all these before you start showing them?
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. So that's what I like about the idea list, because when you go to the shop, I have my stream. So then what I do before a show is I'll go on Amazon and I have a playlist that's actually called, or a list actually called live streaming today. And I'll literally go through the website and I'll just add stuff to the list based on whatever topic I want to talk about or what I'm gonna do that day.
Mm-hmm.
So then when I jump into the app, I literally just go through and add all of those items to that carousel down there to talk about.
Nice. And is there, and then if somebody else is talking about something else, can you bring that up and add it to the carousel? Like if somebody asks you a question? Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll do that all the time. As long as you don't fill it up, because you can only do 40 items.
Oh, really?
So
okay.
For me, I'll do a max of 30 so that I have that room. So when people come in and ask questions, and it's on your phone, so I got to pick my phone up and kind of find the item real quick and throw it in the carousel. But yeah, I love that, because I want to make sure that I'm not talking about something that they go and Google themselves, right? I want them to click on it, like, hey, hold on 1 second. I'm going to make it easy for you so you can click on the link, because the clicks is what matters, you know?
Right. And that way you keep them there too. Like you said, they don't leave and go somewhere else and click on somebody else's live stream, something like that. Yep. What time do you usually go live?
So currently I've been running the schedule 2 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday, trying to be consistent. Looking at honestly launching another time slot just to test out the system to see if maybe there's some people on there at a different time. Because 2 is kind of weird. It's the middle of the day, so I might be catching people on lunch break. But I've been thinking about maybe jumping either an evening one or a super early morning one to catch people, leaving work or going to work,
Right. When they're home, they're like, okay, what am I going to spend my money on that I earned today, And then you do it every day? You currently do it every day?
Yeah, Monday through Friday I'm there. Weekends, I've been taking the weekends off just because I need kind of planning for the next week. And, I'm full-time content creating now. So trying to make space for all the other things that are going to be dropping in,
When you first started to build a little bit more of a following, how many hours were you streaming?
Oh, bro, I honestly started, man, that's crazy. Yeah, when I first started, I was doing a lot more of my gaming streaming, so it was easier to go longer. So I was doing 2 and 3 hour streams just to see what would happen, man. And I probably was doing that 3 to 5 times a week just to test out the platform. Like I said, I kind of dialed back to about an hour, because that seems to be kind of the sweet spot of like, all right, I'm gonna have an hour-long show. And then like even a lot of the bigger creators that are on there that are doing multiple shows a day, they're only doing like an hour-ish. and then doing multiple 1 hour streams, and just kind of coming back at a later time or a different time. So
got it. Like kind of like to show the people they can come back, kind of like restarting the show, basically. It's kind of like the movie theater. We have a show time at 4, 5, 7 o'clock. That way you can come back and watch the whole show and interact. How's the interaction with people? Do you see that there are more people just trying to learn and actually trying to buy the product, or just like on YouTube, you get a lot of different people and trolls and everything else like that?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So trolls, that's hilarious because they actually didn't have a moderation tool for a long time, but they implemented one about a month or so ago that might be 6 weeks or so. But it's pretty cool. So you get your own moderation. But it's a lot of people just looking, because you're getting people that are already shopping on the website. One of the best analogies one of the other creators gave me was the ability to, it's like being at the mall. So people are already there to shop.
Right.
And then you're just there like, hey, look at this thing that you're already looking for. Let me explain it to you. Let me tell you why this is the best one. Let me tell you what else you need to buy with this thing. You know what I mean?
Right. The other accessories and everything else that you need to buy. Yeah, you buy the camera, but how do you plug it in? How do you set it up? Do you need a tripod, the extra light, something else like that?
You need lens, you need the cleaner, you need all that. So we're going to get you all that.
Yeah, because it's funny. Every time you're like, when people ask me what camera should I buy, I was like, well, I mean, camera's one thing. Then what about the lens? What about the other accessories? Are you using a PC or a Mac? How are you going to connect it? All these different things you have to think of. So that's pretty cool because people can just add those onto your cart and just keep on selling them. Man, this is awesome. And it's like a 24/7 because it's a fascinating part. It's a 24/7 part. It's really cool. Just keep on making that money. It's all about the affiliates. Can you add any other affiliate or anything else or anything other links to that? Or is it just all about just the products that you're selling? Like it's not like on YouTube where you can paste other affiliate links or anything else like that?
So yeah, that is the one, I guess, I don't even know if you want to call it a downfall, but that is one of the things that Amazon does not want you to steer people away from Amazon. So they want you, for lack of better terms, they want you taking their customers. So the whole point with there is like, we want you to shop here. We're talking about here. You can promote your social media, but you can't say, hey, go buy my t-shirt at my website, right?
Right.
But here's
there we go. Uh-huh.
And a couple people do. One of the things that you can get what's called a merch by Amazon account, which I've had it for years and I just never done a lot with it. But I can literally upload my merch designs to Amazon and they'll fulfill it for me. And guess what? That's available on Amazon. So I can put those in my carousel and get not only the commission from people clicking a link, get the cookie for the 24 hours, but guess what? I'm making money off the t-shirt because it's my t-shirt.
Right. Can you do that with other products? Like with any other product?
They have a handful of products that you can do, just kind of like any of those other sites, like a Teespring or any of those, where they kind of have like a couple t-shirts, maybe some masks, stuff like that. But also if you sell products.
Yeah, because that's what I was thinking. Like if you sell your own products, like you're talking about tech, and then you say, hey, what about my product? What about this new product that I came up with? Yeah, that'd be a cool way to just start selling your own products as well. Start kind of like sneaking them in there, I have these 30 products, but like the last 2 are mine. Hey, have you tried this thing for your camera or something like that? I think that's kind of cool.
You got me thinking, man, we need to go hit up, who's it? Is it Pat Flynn or not Pat Flynn?
Who? That does what?
Guy who does the Switch Pod.
Oh, yeah. I think it was Pat Flynn, was it? Okay, now I got to look it up.
I know, right? I was like you selling the Switch Pod on Amazon, then you come over and be an Amazon Live creator, and then you talk about your own Switch Pod.
Well, yeah, because that's what I was thinking. Like, if you have your own product and they're like related to something else that you're doing, like you're selling the camera, but what about my Switch Pod? Because that's kind of like how I saw it too. It was like everybody was holding it, and I was intrigued. When I was I think we were at Vid Summit or something like that, and all of a sudden, like everybody had them, and they were giving them away, but so everybody can use them, and then now you're intrigued. Okay, you can get a vlogging camera, but try the Switch Pod. So that'd be a cool way to just start introducing your own products and selling them on Amazon. And see,
there's a bunch of people that like authors and stuff like that that'll talk about their books, or people that are doing a show and they'll bring authors on and sell their books. So it's really cool, man. The options are endless.
And is that for like physical books, or does that also include like Audible type of stuff?
So physical books, you don't on the Amazon Live, you don't get the commissions for the Audible stuff. But again, that's another one of those like tricky things. If you're an Amazon associate, that you can do is that you can get what's called bounties. And this is separate from Amazon Live. This is like if you're an Amazon affiliate, you can sell bounties and get like $5 for getting people to try Audible for 60 days free. All you gotta do is do your link and put it out, man. It's so much you can do inside that Amazon ecosystem.
So those bounties, like how do you use them? Like you use them as like currency?
So they call them bounties, but like essentially what it is it's just like you would get a commission on anything else, right? But the items generally are free. So it's, Amazon Prime. What did I just say? The Amazon
Which one, Audible or?
Yeah, the Audible. So the Audible trials, the Amazon Prime. Amazon has another thing that's like a clothing subscription. There's the baby subscription. There's the wedding registry. So all these things are free. Nobody has to pay for it, right?
Got it.
You go into your back office, you get your little link, you send it to people, and the bounty is that they'll pay you $3, $5, $6 per person that signs up for these free services.
Man,
they'll make money on the back end.
Right. Yeah.
But you're getting paid for not really selling anything. You're just telling people about it,
Nice. And so would that works by you putting in a link, or is it also through your shop?
So that one ends up being separate. That one's a link. That's more of a link. So like we're on YouTube now. You just throw those at the bottom of this and say, hey, check out Audible for 2 months. Click my link.
Got it. Interesting. See, that's cool because now you're adding layers to it. Like you're selling the products there. You can potentially sell your own products there, and now you're linking out to other different services that they have, and just sort of keeping them there. Speaking of services, because obviously that's Amazon. I'm not sure can you promote any other things like that, like the Google services or anything else?
On their site, currently, no.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
The sneak way is to kind of make yourself the expert. Obviously, I've had people reach to me outside of it to go, hey, I see that you talk about live streaming stuff. Like, is this what you do outside of it? I'm like, yeah, I run a business running live streams for people or running live events for people. So, yeah. And then you end up building business on that side as well. So it's still pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool. And then what about sponsorships? Like, do people have live streams based on different sponsors that sponsorships that they've received? Like, they just do a whole show around that?
Yeah, absolutely, man. That's what we've been kind of telling people, because Amazon Live right now, we're telling people that like how YouTube was 10 years ago. It's the Wild West, right? We're just getting started. And you're going, how do I make money? How do I monetize? And you go, oh, you can make 1 to 4 to 5% per item. And they're like, that's not a lot of money. I'm like, cool. But guess what? Sponsorships.
Yeah.
Because people are going, hey, I sell my stuff on Amazon. You talk about it. Can I give you some stuff for free? And I go, no, you can pay me.
Right.
and getting views is crazy right now, man. Like currently I was just doing some of my stats and stuff, man. I'm pushing over, 330,000 views.
Wow.
On Amazon Live.
Wow. That's freaking amazing, man. How like what was that ride? Like how long did that take to start like getting those type of views?
So that's the current ride. So we're looking at, I started mid-October.
Mm-hmm.
And I think looking at my thing over those few months, I've only streamed 90-ish times.
Only.
Yeah, well, in my head it's not that long because it's like a lunch break. I jump on like, hey, what's going on? Let's talk about this stuff. Let's go.
Right. Yeah. It's funny because it feels that way too. Sometimes, like when you're doing lives, you're just like, you're just doing it. It's your thing. You do it, and then like, okay, now back to my regular scheduled program of working.
All right, let's go.
Yeah. No, that's cool. Yeah, man. It's a ride, and it's one of those things like people don't realize. You just have to keep on going. Yeah, there might be nobody there. That's like you said, the crickets are sounding. I think I have a sound effect for crickets. Oh, that's supposed to be cricket. It always sounds like birds.
It sounds kind of like birds chirping.
Yeah, it says crickets there. But anyways, yeah, it happens. You just gotta keep on going and keep on writing. What's the future? What are you thinking wise for this Amazon live streaming for you?
Oh, bro, the future is just. I'm just so like I don't even know, to be perfectly honest. Like that's kind of why I'm riding this wave, because it's just like I said, 10 years ago, if you knew that YouTube would be what it is today, right? And you see some of these creators on YouTube that are just out of this world, just
Yep.
making tons of money and tons of impact, and you're just looking like, if this is that, and I'm on this wave now, like
No.
where will I be in 5 years, 10 years if I just hold on to the surfboard,
Yeah.
And so that's kind of where it is. Like I've been having a lot of conversations with people talking about like sales, like video live sales, and like in Asia, it's humongous.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's influencers over there making tens of millions of dollars just doing this. I was just reading an article. The girl's on for 8 hours a day. She's like 9 to 3. No, it's not even 8 hours. Whatever 9 to 3 is. Just doing shows on their equivalent. I think the site is called Tabo or something like that.
Right. Uh-huh.
She's making millions of dollars being an influencer, and it's like, this is, in my opinion, this is what that can be if you get in at the right time and you do the right things to you ride it out. Like, let's ride this wave until it hits the crest.
Yeah, because it's relatively early on. I mean,
absolutely.
Because you think about like same thing with YouTube now. It's like what people were doing back then, even early 2010s. What people were doing, it's like it was still early on. Now yes, there's a little bit more competition, but at least you're going in early on there, and kind of like being one of the first people that set that thing up for you and for your future right there. So that's kind of cool, and that way you can be more known for that. Like, oh, this is the Amazon Live guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What are you doing as far as I'm assuming a lot more people are reaching out to you, how to get started and everything else on this. Any plans to do you have like a Facebook group or anything else like that? Or is it just mainly through your social media that people can reach you?
So social media for sure. But yeah, what we did is one of the guy that got me into it, Monty Weaver, like great guy, him, myself, and Melody, we jumped on Facebook, and there was no groups. There's no groups for Amazon Live creators. And again, like I said, there was already a bunch of creators, but nobody was putting them together. So we got together, started the Facebook group. So now we're over there. So if you go over to if you go over to Facebook and search Amazon Live Creator, it's the only group on there about it. We're hitting close to 400 creators and potential creators that are on there just collabing. There's also some brands in there that are just interested in the platform. So being in that community it's been amazing for the growth of not only the platform, but of the individual creators, man. It's been amazing.
Yeah, because that's another thing. Like when you collab or start, doing stuff with other people there, then you start learning. I think I got the link. Then you start learning and start growing. Tips and tricks. What other tips and tricks do we have for people? Like, what other ways to the main thing for me is like obviously getting people back. Do people keep coming back to your streams because of the your personality and stuff like that? Like, what is the main thing that keeps bringing people back?
So this is the two-edged sword there, right? There's a bunch of people, I do get a bunch of people that kind of come back and just hang out and just in that, right? What I want though is I want the people that are shopping.
Yep.
So the way that you get discovery on there is that the items in your carousel, you show up in those products. So while people are shopping for those products or similar products, you have the ability to show up in those streams. And people just scroll and go, oh, what's this video? Is this live? Oh, well, let me ask a question about this thing. And so that's it. And that's kind of why I've been playing with how often should I go live? Should I do more to get the discoverability up? So in there, I throw this quick thing to you too, is like when you get in, there's 3 different levels of partnership, I guess just like Twitch, just like YouTube, any other platform, right?
Right.
So when you get started, there's I forgot what the first level is, but you have to stream for at least 90 minutes, and I think there's like might be a monetary thing in there too, how much you sell, to move up to the insider level, which is where I'm at. Once you get the insider level, that's when you get the ability to show up on these product pages and get seen by people that haven't seen you before. The golden area is A-list, but they keep moving it because so many people are joining now. So right now, the key is you have to get 2,000 followers on your Amazon app, as well as push I think it's 25,000 in shipped revenue, which that part is easy. That's if you're just going live, you can do that easily. It's getting 2,000 people to follow your page when nobody knows what Amazon Live is.
Yeah. That's why we got to get you out there, man. That way they can start following you and everything else, man. That way you can start appearing. Okay. So right now then, where are you and what level are you in that?
So I'm insider, so I'm the middle level. So
Okay.
I do get some visibility. That's where people are coming from. They're coming from the product pages. But when you get up to the A list, like you're featured on the Amazon.com website, like the front page. Of like, hey, so-and-so's live, come check them out. So, you're jumping from, at a time, if I'm looking, I'm anywhere from 20 to 60 live viewers. You're talking about if you get the A list, you're pushing 200 plus.
Yeah.
Live.
Yeah, because I've seen some of those where I go on there. It's just like, especially the comments, popping up. So many people. They're talking about this and that and something else, and it's just like it's really happening there. So that's interesting. Okay, so right now you might appear sometimes in the product.
Yeah. So I'm in products all the time.
Okay.
As long as an A-lister isn't showing the same products that I'm showing at the same time, I'll show up.
So they bump you out essentially.
Yeah.
Nice, yeah, because you always wonder that, because that's also helpful too, like when you're shopping, because I always go down and look at the pictures, and sometimes people might have a quick video, and sometimes the videos are not the best videos. Like the camera from like a cell phone camera from 6 years ago, and like I'm just opening the product, I'm doing this, but what's better than having an expert talk to you about it and then answer your questions to help you and then move forward with that purchase. So that's awesome, man. It's so much information, really exciting. I'm gonna post your I posted your actually, I'll just have everybody go to your tech. Everybody go here. What's on the it's in the comments. Go there, follow Chris, help him push him up. I'm gonna do the same thing. And then also on your social media, I'll put your @ right here. Once I have a producer, he'll do this by himself.
I love that.
And there you go. Hey, so much great information. People go and make money. Actually, don't do it. Just follow Chris, because Chris doesn't want that much competition.
Right. Don't come over there. Just buy stuff from my links.
Yeah, don't go over there. Just buy stuff from Chris's links. It's difficult to get on there, but yeah, definitely if you're interested, reach out to Chris. Also, go check him out. And I put the link also to the Facebook group, so you can check him out there. Chris, everybody. Much appreciated. Thank you for coming on to the show. And everybody, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys on the next show. Bye.
All right, later.